What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have an interesting little tidbit of, I guess you could call it news or whatever, just something that John Turturro said in an interview recently with Screen Rant. And if you don't know who that is, he is the actor who plays Agent Simmons in 4 of the 5 Michael Bay Transformers movies. His last appearance in the last night, I mean, it was entertaining. It was a little comedic, but it was also very silly and over the top and just ridiculous, especially compared to his appearances in the first 3 movies. It was just like way over the top. But I enjoyed his character. He was pretty good. He's a great actor. He's a legendary actor. So him saying here in this interview, so the woman asked him, there's talks of Michael Bay coming back to direct a Transformers movie. Would you be interested in returning to the franchise? And Turturro said, if there's a script, if I'm presented one, hey, I'd like to come back, or whatever he said. And yeah, he basically said he'd love to come back to do another Michael Bay Transformers movie, which that's a good sign. Now, this is obviously not confirmation that he is coming back, and that Michael Bay and Paramount have talked to him. They've given him a script. He's already written his contract or signed his contract, however that goes. He's not saying that, but he is saying that if he does, or if he is presented a script and Paramount and Michael Bay, they come to him about one, he's gonna do it, it seems like, which I think is a good sign. I do think he is somebody that Transformers movie would benefit if you do have a human character in it, because again, Turturro, he's a legendary actor. He's been in a lot of great movies over the years, besides Transformers, of course. His acting abilities are fantastic. He's definitely up there over the last few decades. But would he play Agent Simmons? I don't know. It's really up in the air. If he were to come back for this movie, which I'm not ruling out whether he is or not yet, because obviously we have no official word, and he's just saying that he would like to come back. He's not saying he is coming back, or he's not saying he's not coming back. So everything is really just up in the air right now. We had news a couple weeks ago that Josh Duhamel said he would like to come back to the upcoming Michael Bay film. So we're getting a lot of these original 2007 movie actors coming out all of a sudden. Well, not all of a sudden, they're being asked about this in interviews due to the news of Michael Bay coming back to do another Transformers movie. But, we got all these actors saying now that, yes, they would like to come back, original actors from the first couple movies. And it really begs the question, if Paramount and Michael Bay hear this and you start getting enough original actors that had, prominent roles in these movies, would they really just want to bring back the old actors and maybe do a continuation of the Bayverse? I don't know. This is like a crackpot theory. I'm just speculating here. There's no word, rumors, or any evidence to back any of this up. It's just me purely speculating for the fun of it in this video. I don't know. I think it's possible. I mean, anything's possible with how Paramount runs their IPs at times. It's kind of crazy. But I don't know. I think the rumor of this being a Rise of the Beast sequel, whatever this Bay movie is going to be, I'm going to believe that more right now than I would believe anybody saying that this is going to be a sequel to the Bayverse, because that just has so much baggage. No matter the amount of fans the movies still have, or the amount of nostalgia people have gotten over the last 18 years over those original Michael Bay films, there's just so much baggage with the general audiences and the rest of the population that I just don't know Paramount would want to risk it for the next movie, considering how much is riding on this film. They gotta make money for this movie, because Rise of the Beast broke even. Transformers 1 made nothing for them. It flopped. And Bumblebee movie, it did okay, but it wasn't anything amazing. So, I mean, we're going on, and obviously The Last Night was a financial bomb, and they're looking at the numbers of The Last Night, and they're comparing it to Bumblebee movie, Rise of the Beast, and Transformers 1. And they're like, at our lowest with Michael Bay, it's still our highest with the recent movies when we got different directors. Now, you could agree to disagree. but that is most certainly how Paramount is looking at it. You know, The Last Night made over 600 million, and that was considered a flop because of the outrageous budget that movie was given. But you give this Michael Bay movie the same budget Rise of the Beast had, which I believe was 180 million or something like that, and you get over 600 million in return at the box office. You got yourself a bread-winning movie, especially nowadays in 2025 with Hollywood. You're going to get a sequel greenlit within the next month or two of that movie being released. If the next movie makes over 600 million on like a 180, $200 million budget, it's just a fact. And if you hear lawnmowers and leaf blowers in the background, there's yard work being done in my neighborhood. Yay, it seems like every week in a video I'm caught recording while there's yard work going on. But this thing, I think if they're gonna do new characters, if any of the original Michael Bay cast returns, especially if the rumors are true that this upcoming movie is going to be a sequel to Rise of the Beast, which is obviously a new continuity, even though people want to argue that, and even sometimes people internally in Paramount, I'm looking at you, Lorenzo, want to argue that. It's a new continuity, let's just face it, for some of the people who don't want to. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. John Turturro says he wants to come back in the next Michael Bay film. Whether he is or not, that's up in the air right now, but I'd love to see him come back. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about what he said here? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!